Welcome to Manna at the Tap, a podcast from Tapestry Ministries. Each episode reflects on a daily Bible reading from the Revised Common Lectionary. I'm Gloria, a fellow traveler on a spiritual journey with the Tapestry community, and we refer to the daily Bible reading as our spiritual manna. It nourishes our souls, fostering spiritual growth as we share insights and interpretations that enrich our spiritual lives. Today is Wednesday, October the 1st, 2025, in the 16th week after Pentecost during this season of ordinary time. This is a time for us to live an extraordinary disciplined life as we grow spiritually. The lectionary reading is from the Gospel of Mark, chapter 19, verses 16 to 22. It's the story of a young man who approached Jesus with some questions. Let's see how Jesus responded to him. Now, Jesus had just finished a very difficult conversation with the Pharisees who were questioning him about marriage, but they weren't genuinely interested in his answers. They only wanted to trap him. And then some parents brought their children to Jesus so he could bless them, but his disciples shooed them away. However, Jesus had to intervene, telling his disciples to leave the children alone. Do not prevent them from coming to me. God's kingdom is made up of people like these. Jesus blessed the children, and then he continued on his journey. Jesus then met a young man in the lectionary reading. His question is, Teacher, what good thing must I do to have eternal life? Jesus responds to that question by telling him to keep the commandments. The young man then asked Jesus another question. Which ones? Jesus responded with a list of commandments he should follow. Do not murder, do not commit adultery, do not steal, do not bear false witness, and honor your parents and love your neighbor as yourself. The young man appeared proud of himself for following all these commandments, but he wondered if there was still more he could do. He asked Jesus one last question. I've done all that you have said. What's left for me to do? Jesus replied that if he wanted to be perfect, he should go, sell his possessions, and give the money to the poor. Then he would have treasure in heaven. After that, he was to come, follow me. The young man was speechless after hearing Jesus' response to his question, and he left feeling sorrowful. Matthew, in his gospel, explains that it was because he had many possessions. Jesus challenged the young man at the very core of his heart. He was deeply attached to his wealth, and he walked away grieving because he was unwilling to part with his possessions. He asked Jesus difficult questions. Jesus responded, but he did not like the answers he got. He was unwilling to obey Jesus' instructions. He was told to go and sell, then come and follow Jesus. Simple steps, yet a challenging path to follow. When you ask questions and the answers are given, are you willing to obey? Or do you walk away sad because the answers are not what you expected?